Hi, so I'm back. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest about people who like sneer at others or like, judge them. If you're gonna judge somebody, just keep it to yourself. Like, there's no need to make someone feel any kind of way because of something that you don't like. I mean, unless it's dealing with your health, which in my case, I'm just nice. I'll just still keep to myself because I understand people have a habit or they, have things they like doing. So whatever. Do yourself. Do you. Do whatever. So, anyway, I went downtown. I think I wrote it down. Let me just check. Because this is a very important thing. On the 24th of March was such a good day. Because I met a guy. I was coming back from downtown. I forget what we had to do downtown. We did something. And I was coming back. And I remember it was nighttime, but it wasn't like too late. I think we went to La Isla or something. And Norma and Brent were there. I think we had Hooters. Wait, no, that was towards the end of the trip. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. Yeah, we went to La Isla. We ate at Hooters. And that was the day that Nico left. And, no, Nico left the 25th. I don't know. I don't remember anything anymore. But anyway, so we went to La Isla. From what I remember, I went somewhere. How about that? And, when I came back, I remember walking up the driveway, and I think it was me and Brand, or maybe it was just me. I don't usually go places by myself until last year. So, maybe it was just me. I was coming back from downtown or something. But, yeah, so I walked up the driveway, and I saw this guy, and I was like, he's cute. He's new. I didn't see him here last year. And he looked young, but he didn't look like mega young. Like, he looked like he could be old enough for me, but I wasn't sure. I don't date guys that are any younger than like 30 because I'm sick and tired of dating little boys. And like every year that I get older, it usually goes up a year. So now it's probably like under 31, 32. And so this guy, he was kind of cute, but he looked like he was maybe like between 28 to 31. And I was like, if he's 28, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could date somebody that young, whatever. So I sat there for a few minutes and I talked to him. I had some, a couple questions, whatever. And I was just like, just flirting with him. But I was interested, but I don't know if I was like mega interested because, it's Cancun. And I meet a lot of people, but like, it's not like you go to Cancun for love because everybody just wants to kind of have sex in Cancun. And that's not really why I go. Actually, I go for the scenery, for the water, and the dance. Because I'm a dancer, and I love dancing. And for tequila volleyball, and for the golden, and for, like, a family reunion at my hotel. Because that's kind of what it's like when you see the staff again. It's like a big family reunion. So, I don't know. I talked to him probably for, like, 5 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I have to go upstairs and take a shower. I'm getting ready to go out tonight. We're going to go to the club, whatever. He's like, where are you going? And I was like, well, the hotel's going out to Mandala. And my friends are going to Terrasta. I was like, so we're probably going to either see if I can get my friends to, like, hang out at Terrasta for a little bit, but then go to Mandala. I was like, I'm going to, have to bounce back and forth from place to place. And it's funny because at that point in time, I was kind of interested. Not like I wanted to pursue him, but I just really thought Kuko was cute. And I was like, I just kind of wanted to hang around him, maybe like, dance or whatever, and then leave. I didn't want to like make out with him or anything like that. And so I ended up meeting them at Mandala because I didn't have enough money to go in the van and, pay the open bar because I'm not a big drinker. So it was like $10 a person at the door. I met them there. I think I actually beat them there because when I first went there, I didn't see anybody. And I don't know. And then I went back to Terrasta and I met up with like Nico, Marielle, Norma, and Andrea. I can't remember which is which because Norma has too many friends and relatives. And Brent. Was there just 6 of us? I can't remember. I was there. Hey! But yeah, we had so much fun. We took all these pictures and I don't know. I have so many pictures from that night, and I don't even care because it was just an awesome night. We all had so much fun, and Marielle was sitting there, like, rocking the microphone. I was like, go, girl. And, Brett and Norma were doing their thing, and Andy was looking all cute. And me and Nico were just sitting there talking, and I was like, all right, guys. I was like, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go to Mandala and see if everybody's there. So I went there, and then I was like, I'm looking for the people from my hotel. I don't know where they are. I know they have VIP, whatever. And Mandel is like really small, but it kind of goes up in tiers, so it's not that tiny, but it's pretty small for a club. But it's an open air club, but it's kind of like an indoor open air club. I don't know how to really describe it. But, excuse me, sorry. And, so yeah, so I went up and I saw Kuko and I was like, hey, there's the hotel people. So I saw Sexy Sarah. Sexy Sarah is new. I forgot to include her in my other video. She is gorgeous. She's like one of the female entertainment staff people. She looks like a Barbie doll. And, so yeah, Kuko, I saw Sexy Sarah. I saw the crazy British guys from the hotel. I think that's what we did that day. We had the Miss Temptations that's the second time I've said that too. We had the Miss Golden Parnassus contest, and like they called people up, and I think Sexy Sarah volunteered me, which I really kind of wanted to participate, but I, you know, when you think of like Miss America, Miss whatever, they're all like these tiny bitches and stuff. And I was like, I'm not tiny. Look. I am not tiny. I mean, I might have the boobs. But I'm not a little girl. But anyway. So yeah, so she kind of like pulled me up and I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? And she put up this other girl and this other girl. I think she was from Argentina? I can't remember exactly where. But they were all like really pretty girls. And I was like, okay, this should be interesting. And then they're like, okay, now grab your husbands. And I was like, I don't have a husband. I don't even have a boyfriend. And they're like, oh, we're going to find one for you. So they walked around and they picked like this guy from, I'm so sorry, I'm terrible with memory, but either from England or London. I don't know which is which. I think one's inside of another. My geography sucks. But anyway, so they're like, oh yes, they found like this really tall white kid who looks like a soccer player. And yeah, he was really cute though for a white guy. And he was my husband for the day. And he was like, you know, we're going to get a little whatever, it is an adult resort, do you think you can handle it? He was like, yeah. He's like, okay, so you guys just got married, now you're husband and wife. He's like, now kiss. I was like, oh gosh. So we're like, mwah. And he was like, yeah, he's like, okay, so the first part was they play a song and like the guy had to sit in the chair and we have to like stand at one of the statues and like do like walk as sexy as we can and then just kind of like dance on or around the chair. And I did that and I like shook my booty and whatever. And I think they played reggaeton, which I was like, all right, because I can really shake my ass at a reggaeton. And I don't know, and it's so funny because they can never say my name, especially Carlos, like he cannot say my name. So he's like, what is your name? And I was like, Hallie, and he's like, oh, what was he called me? It was like Sammy or something like that. I have it on videotape, but he was like, Hallie! And he's like, where are you from? And I was about to say Jersey. But I was like, where are you from? And I was like, Jersey Shore. And he was like, he's like, all the way from Mexico! Give it up for Hallie! And I was like, I don't even know how he says my name, but he says it completely wrong. And, yeah. So that was funny and interesting. But I think I won the dancing part, but then the other girl won a different part. And then they kind of narrowed it. They did like the screaming thing where it's like, contestant 1, woo! Contestant 2, woo! 1, 2, 1, 2. And it was like really, really close. And I don't know who would have won or whatever, but you know, the third contestant, they said, okay, thank you, whatever. So it was just me and this one other girl. And then we had to do whoever can do like the most positions in like 60 seconds or something like that. And like you can use whatever you want in the room. So actually no, the two girls were still there then. And I think one had like 7 or 8 and the other one had like 13 or 14. And we were still going. We had like 16 and we still had more time left. And he's like, man, he's like, you guys are very horny people. We just started laughing. I was like, no, oh my gosh. And anyway, so we won that part. And then he was like, oh, it's a tie. He was like, all right. He's like, we have to have a tiebreaker. And then they went around the room like asking everybody. He's like, okay, if you want to vote for this person, take off this. So he's like, whoever brings me back the most shirts or belts or pants or underwear, bras, anything, like, you know, just different things. He would tell you what item and you had to walk around the room and, you know, well, not walk, but you would run as fast as you could and grab from everybody. This all happens at the 60s bar, by the way, the old beer garden. But, you know, I ran around the room and whatever, and then he's like, okay, he's like, now I need you to grab pants or underwear. And it was so funny because at that point in time they didn't need the guys anymore, and the guy who was my husband for that day, he took off the underwear just to vote for me. I was like, aw. So So he was completely naked in the beer garden, in the 60s bar, which was so funny. I have to make a new video, sorry.